Do you always rush to sit in the exact same spot? At the coffee shop, in meetings, at family gatherings? And if someone else is already sitting there, does your mood shift instantly? You tell yourself it's not a big deal, but your brain thinks it is. That chair isn't random, it's your control point. And if you always choose the same seat, it says more about your mind than you realize. You don't just walk into a room, you scan it. Your eyes automatically look for your usual place: the corner seat, the chair facing the door, the end of the table, the side of the couch that feels right. And if it's available, instant relief. If it's taken, something feels off. You might laugh it off. Pick another spot, act normal. But internally, there's a tiny disruption, a subtle tension, like the room shifted slightly out of alignment. This isn't about being picky, it's about predictability. Your brain loves patterns. It loves knowing what's behind you, what's in front of you, where the exits are. When you sit in the same spot every time, you remove variables. Same angle, same distance, same perspective, and your nervous system relaxes because it already knows the layout. Some people prefer sitting with their back to the wall. Some always face the door. Some avoid the center of the room at all costs. Some choose the edge seat so they can leave easily. These aren't random habits. They're micro decisions driven by awareness. If you always sit where you can see everyone, your brain is prioritizing monitoring. You like knowing what's happening. You don't enjoy surprises, even small ones. If you always sit in the corner, you're minimizing exposure. Less visual traffic, less unpredictability, more control over your personal space. If you always sit on the same side of the couch, the same side of the bed, the same chair at the dining table, you're anchoring yourself to familiarity. It's a subtle way of telling your brain, I know this position, I'm safe here. And here's where it gets interesting. The stronger your reaction when someone takes your spot, the more attached your brain is to that anchor. You might not even say anything, but internally you think, of all places, why there? Because that seat wasn't just a seat, it was stability. For people who value control, consistent seating reduces uncertainty. You can't control the conversation, you can't control other people's moods, you can't control what happens next. But you can control where you sit, and small control feels powerful, especially in environments that feel socially unpredictable. At work, the same chair helps you mentally switch into focus mode. At a cafe, the same seat becomes your thinking zone. At family gatherings, the same spot helps you manage the chaos. You might even notice something else. When you sit in a different place, you feel different, slightly more alert, slightly less settled, like you're on someone else's territory. That's because perspective affects psychology. Where you sit changes what you see. What you see changes how you process, and how you process changes how you feel. Your brain associates physical position with emotional state. Same seat equals known experience. Different seat equals new input. Some people crave new input, others quietly avoid it. If you're someone who always picks the same spot, chances are you value internal stability more than novelty. You don't need constant change. You prefer controlled environments. You notice small shifts in atmosphere before others do. You're aware. And awareness often seeks structure. This doesn't mean you're anxious. It doesn't mean you're obsessive. It means your brain optimizes for predictability. In a world that constantly changes, choosing the same seat is one tiny act of consistency. And tiny acts of consistency add up. Now, here's the part most people don't realize. The more chaotic or socially demanding the environment, the stronger this habit becomes. Big group, you rush to your seat faster. New setting, you instinctively find the closest version of your usual position. It's not conscious, it's strategic. Your brain is reducing cognitive load. Less adjusting, less scanning, less energy wasted, more focus. So the next time you walk into a room and automatically head toward the same chair, pay attention. Are you choosing comfort? control, visibility, and easy escape route? Because the seat you choose often reflects how you manage the room. Some people take the center, some take the edge, some take the wall, some take the exit facing spot. None of it is random. It's psychology in motion. So if someone's sitting in your usual place next time, notice the reaction. Is it irritation, uncertainty, or just mild inconvenience? That reaction tells you more about your need for control than the chair ever could. And now I'm curious, when you enter a room, where do you sit? If you enjoy understanding the small behaviors that reveal bigger patterns, this is what Human Unfolded is about.